Senator Reed lives in my district, and he only has one vote. And so at the end of the day, the people of my district, the great people of the 3rd Congressional District here in Nevada, will have to choose who they want to be their next representative. So at the end of the day, going back to the attempts to sabotage and undermine the campaign, we had an extremely difficult time hiring staff. Staff would say we were told by some folks not to help you with your campaign. And I remember at the time there were no other candidates in the race at all. Really, that there were viable Democratic candidates. So I was pretty much the only viable candidate, and there were many people they were trying to recruit to run against me that had refused to run against me. So I continued going. I ultimately hired staff, and then about a couple of weeks ago, we go to D.C. upon the advice of our finance consultant to meet with various labor unions and other folks to help us raise funds to be able to communicate with the voters and win this race. But we get there and to D.C. and the finance consultant advised us that my campaign manager and I that all those meetings that she had set up and potential other meetings were not going to happen because Senator Reed had called these folks and told them not to meet with us, not to support us, and to support his own candidate.
So this is hardball politics at its worst. Then you go public. I'm going to play a quick clip. This is a little bit of Harry Reid's office response this week after you went public with this, as you shared the story of Harry Reid and his staff saying, you're an Arab and you're a Muslim and you can't win, so you shouldn't run, and working against you and trying to sabotage you every step of the way. Let's play a quick clip of the response. I think it's clip number 5.
The Reid camp flatly denies he said anything about Spay's faith affecting his campaign. They sent us a statement saying in part, quote, Jesse Spay is using Senator Reid's name to seek his 15 minutes of fame, but that doesn't mean he's telling the truth. Senator Reid never said that Jesse couldn't win because of his religion, end quote.
So what's your response to that? I mean, they're essentially calling you a liar and saying you made up this story, like this fictitious story came up.
You know, it's amazing because at the end of the day, truth tends to always prevail. The other day, Senator Reid gave an interview to a local TV station who interviewed me as well, and he completely denied that this issue came up. However, they couldn't get their stories straight, and then approximately 2 days prior to that, Senator Reid's own staff had admitted to John Ralston that this conversation did take place. So it's really interesting that they're denying this, and it's really disappointing actually that they're denying this occurred. But it was obviously confirmed in the media and by John Ralston that these conversations regarding religion and ethnicity did indeed take place, and that what they're saying now to the media is inaccurate. And we have to look at the evidence and what's surrounding the situation. Again, I was the lone viable candidate in the Democratic primary race for the longest time.
And you've raised over close to $500,000 in less FEC filing, which makes you a serious candidate. And you were telling me in this last quarter, and it'll be reported, you raise a couple $100,000 more. So you're a real candidate. It's not like you're some guy who goes, I want to run for office. You're a successful trial attorney. You have a great personal story. You're a Sanders supporter, so I bet a lot of those people will join you, because when I spoke to Jesse, and I'm speaking to Jesse Spay, who's a Democratic candidate in the 3rd Congressional District in Nevada, your platform, you sound like a Muslim Bernie Sanders. You talk about the same things, from income inequality to affordability of college to helping people below the poverty rate. And it sounds very similar. And I know right now, in this year of ever, that these messages and issues you are raising and articulating are very popular. And, Harry Reid's a Hillary supporter, a very establishment guy, and he's showing to us what the worst establishment could be, which is squelching the democratic process and handpicking candidates for you, not giving the public a chance to make that choice.
Precisely, and at the end of the day, we have to put the power back in the people's hands. The days of preordained and anointed candidates, I think they're long gone.
Right.
People are waking up to the reality that they can't have the establishment think for them or decide for them. People have the absolute right to choose their candidate. And in this case, I want to note to your listeners that the reason why that Senator Reid reported to the media in his office that they did